Basketball is one of the most famous sports in America. But how did it become so famous? In this winter of 1891, physical education teacher James A. Nathans created the game of basketball to entertain his students. He took elements from American rugby, English rugby, lacrosse, and a unique sport from his childhood. He was a baller.
I didn't see that. I was just going over some important dates in basketball history, you know? Yeah. 1937. That's when it all began. This was the foundation of the NBL, the National Basketball League. This really introduced basketball to like smaller cities and suburban areas and made it popular for a lot of people in America. 1946. Right after World War II, you know? The war's ended, people are getting back into the swing of things. You know what was formed? The BAA. This was very big in formation because this kind of introduced basketball to a larger group because it really brought it into the bigger American cities and it just made it like popular across the entire country, you know, and not just in suburbs. And this was really just a formative year for basketball. Yes, you in the Nets jersey.
Hi, Professor. I have a question. Who are some of the famous basketball players in the 1940s and 50s?
I got you, Cast.
Well, there's really two big ones that stand out to me here. You know, you had George Folk. They called him Jumpin' Joe. You know, he was really the first elite scorer in the NBA. And, you know, he popularized the jump shot, which, I mean, not a lot of good jumpers, but, like, you know, people know what that is. And then, George Mikan, how could I forget? He was probably the most popular player during this time.
He sounds cool.
He really brought the NBA a lot of money, you know? And, like, he kind of introduced, like, the size aspect to the NBA. You know, he was the first big man. He was so tall. And he just, like, he really revolutionized the game in the early stages. A lot more big dates on here. 1949. What happened? The two leagues merged. They combined the leagues, brought in a lot more revenue. You know what they formed? I'm sure you guys have all heard of it. The NBA, National Basketball Association. So now you have your NBA, okay? It's growing in popularity. You know, it's getting bigger. You have a lot of famous players. You know, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, and it really started to become popular. So the demand for basketball is increasing. So in 1967. The ABA was formed, which was a rival basketball league, which really, that kind of took the NBA by surprise because they hadn't really had to face any competition before. The only time was before the merger in the before 1949. The sport wasn't as big then, so this was big. Is there anyone in the class that happened to the ABA?
Yeah, you in the cast?
I heard that the ABA invented the three-point shot. Is that true?
Brought me to my next point. So, the ABA revolutionized the game, introducing the three-point shot, bringing higher scoring and a new level to the game, you know? And this was a serious problem for the NBA, let's be honest. You know, they couldn't compete with this. They could have their own three-point shot. What are you doing? You're copying the ABA? Nice, bro. So, what do they do? They do it again. They merge, okay? They merge with the ABA. The NBA and the ABA merge. The NBA kept the name, you know, they've been around longer, but they formed the NBA in all its glory with all their teams, and that's how the league today was built. Hey, class, if you had to pick, like, a starting five U.S. president, who do you think you'd pick?
Yo.
Yeah, you in the cast.
Two people with the cast? That's crazy. Alright, I'm on one. I'm taking FDR, the 32nd President of the United States. Before he was overtaken by polio, he loved to sail, and he also played football at Groden. He was also a great facilitator. And what you need for a point guard, someone who can dish out the ball and make plans in their head. Yep. Oh, I never see your hand up.
I was thinking about it. I think my two, I'm gonna put Theodore Roosevelt, you know? Yeah, I think he could be a little bit of an enforcer for our team. He's in the Harvard boxing club action. he could mess some people up, you know. And I think he'll be quick on the wing, you know. And I think overall he would be a good addition to the team, you know. He actually did wrestling at Harvard too, and people say he had this outlook on life that he had to fight his way to the top, you know. And I think he'll be a gritty player.
At my 3, I'm going to have to take JFK. You know, something you need for a small forward is somebody big and able-bodied. And he, you know, JFK played collegiate football, and he also played on the freshman and JV teams at Harvard. Also, he was a major World War II military captain. He's important in one specific rescue. So, you know, he will have some great physical ability.
You calling on me? Oh, I got you. Am I 4? Honestly, I think you got to go Obama. You know, he won a state championship in high school. You know, and he won the Hawaii State National State Basketball Championship in 1979, and I think that speaks for itself. You know, arguably the greatest basketball playing president of all time. But he also, you know, he had a basketball court at the White House. He built March Madness brackets. You know, he was just accustomed to every aspect of the game. You know, so I don't see how you could not put him in the lineup.
Yeah, you.
At my 5, I think I'm going to have to take a big old Honest Abe. He was 6'4". He was a wrestler. He had that strength. In 12 years of wrestling, I think he only had 1 loss or something like that. Also, when he was 19, I remember this. He defended his stepbrother's ship from Natchez hijackers, and he threw all them off the ship. And actually, I have a picture with him. Yeah,
I heard he was 6'9" with the top hat.
pretty cool. He was a nice guy. Real honest.